Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Thursday afternoon, beautiful afternoon here in South Africa. I have the Knights Templar Tarot on the tarot table for this reading. A short 5-card reading. I've just done a longer reading on Harry and the promise of book 2 of Spare, the left out material that apparently is going to be released just before the coronation. So I want to have a look and see how the coronation is going to play out in the current energy. Just looking quickly, the energy is very fluid. I want to see how Charles is going to be on the day. I want to see what the general vibe is going to be on the day, what impact the Harkles are going to have on the whole thing, if any, and then the outcome from the public's point of view, public perception at the end of it all. Is that going to be, well, that was fantastic, or oops, that was really, do we have a republic? So I have to remind you, of course, as I'm shuffling, that this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or my opinion, or just my energy, my interpretations of the cards, or speculation. I read on the royals because they are an archetypal family. There's the Queen of Wands. She's shown up already in the shuffling. Interesting. And we can apply the lessons we learned from archetypes to our own lives. There is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it. Please form your own conclusions. So, 5-card reading. And I wanted to just clarify something, because in the readings that I've done on whether Harry and Meghan will be attending the coronation, I have consistently got blocked energy, basically being stopped from attending. But you could interpret that as attending but being blocked from, for instance, going on the balcony, or being seen, performing any of the duties, any of the ceremonial aspects, being cut out of things like that. So I just want to clarify that. I want to make it clear that there is that interpretation. But whatever happens, according to this current energy that I'm reading, they're going to be stopped at some level. May not be literally stopped from attending. It may be in the roles that they play, and the attendance, and the airtime that they get, the television coverage, that kind of thing, the publicity. So I just want to put that out there. I want to put that on the record, basically, right now. I've been prompted to say that. So there we go. Underlying energy is the Chariot. A very, very powerful energy for a coronation. Also, we can look at this 3 of Wands, the next one. Also very powerful energy for a coronation, I think, particularly for the British monarchy. Waiting patiently. He has been waiting very patiently for a very long time for that moment. It's a very prayerful moment. It's a very quite an intense rendition of the 3 of Wands, that waiting energy, waiting for your ship to come in. But that's the interesting card. The Chariot is it. The ceremony, the procession, the power, very public, very strong, driven, for all the world to see the might and the glory and the power of the British monarchy. So that's your underlying energy. Anyone who's in doubt that this is going to be a sort of a woke, kind of half-baked ceremony that people aren't going to get really excited about, it's not going to be powerful, it's not going to be symbolic, forget it. It's going to be everything you could wish for with that card. Let's hope the rest of the reading lives up to that card, but that is the underlying energy. So, situation, a signifier for the actual coronation, just the energy of it. We've got Justice in reverse. There is something here that is out of whack with the Justice card in reverse, but it can also be waiting. When cards are in reverse, waiting for justice, waiting for your moment, waiting for your truth, waiting for your karma to come along. There are 3 really basic interpretations of cards in the reverse. The opposite meaning, the intense meaning of the card, and then the delayed meaning of the card. I think people are going to look at it, because I've got this 3 of Wands here, I'm getting a real waiting. waiting for justice, waiting for that moment, waiting for that. It is the regal. He is literally the king, but it is the symbolic moment. It is the ceremony that really makes it visual for people. So that's how I'm reading that card. There is, of course, a secondary meaning. There could be snafus, there could be legal complications, there could be some injustice floating around that people perceive and are aggrieved about, and that could, of course, involve the Harkles, and we will get to them. There could be a sense that something unfair has happened and that the door has been opened and they've been invited in and they shouldn't be there. We will explore that in this reading. So let's see. How will Charles be on the day? How will he feel? How will he appear? King Charles on his coronation day. How will he be? Wow. Yeah, there's something going on here that is painful. A Three of Swords. It's the Three of Swords in reverse. I get two things from this. I get the first thing is that sense of loss still, a sense of heartache, that he's only there because he's lost his mother. So some grief over that. The Three of Swords is heartache. It's also betrayal. It's also treachery. It's somebody really doing the nasty on you. I've got two energies now of telling me that someone is doing the dirty here. So I have to wind back some of the positive of that Justice card that I was sensing. And I'm going to have to say that it looks as if there is going to be a shadow over the day. Very unfortunately, and we all know where the shadow is coming from. Let's see how the mood is going to be. Just the general mood on the day. We got the Three of Pentacles. That's okay. That's teamwork. That's collaboration. That's everybody doing their thing. The choirs, the military, the horses, the crowds, the archbishop, everybody, the dukes, all the people who are involved, who've got their role to play in this, they're going to do their role properly. It's about craftsmen, it's about collaboration, it's about all pulling together to make something happen. So everybody is going to be doing their best to get this, to make this as memorable as possible, to make it run as smoothly as possible. A lot of working behind the scenes there, a lot of effort. People are going to be working really hard to make this happen. And we still have the Chariot, so let's not despair. What impact are Harry and Meghan going to have on the day? A bit of dread when I look at this. There they are. The Strength card. And it does look as if they're going to show up. It does look as if they're going to show up, and it does look as if they're going to hog the limelight. I'm sad to say that. As I say with these readings, the energy is very fluid. They may well be invited quite prominently, and people are going to be disappointed, people are going to be upset, and King Charles is going to be trying to overcome the heartache and the betrayal from someone very close to him and get on with it. I don't think it's going to go down very well with the public, but there they are, and there she is as well. The Knight is bowing to the Lion, which I don't like, but maybe we're going to see some sort of oath taken, sworn at the actual coronation ceremony itself. So this reading has gone off the rails a bit, unfortunately. It started off so beautifully with the Chariot, who of course is William as well, the Cancerian. But let's see how the public's going to feel about it when they look back. Public perception. How's the public going to look at it? They're going to think, wow, that was brilliant. What a spectacle. So happy. Or they're going to think, wish those two hadn't shown up. They really soured everything. How's it going to go for the public? Are we going to get the King of Wands in reverse? Yeah. There's going to be some disappointment around this ceremony, as far as the energy is expressing itself now with the King of Wands. King of Wands upright is a spectacle, is a very powerful figure, very dynamic, very charismatic, exciting people, energizing people. They're not going to feel it. They're not going to feel it. They're going to feel he's weak at some level because of. I'm waiting to see what next moves are for Madame herself. I don't feel quite ready to read on it yet, but next moves could be making sure that somehow she dominates the event, overshadows it at some level, a show of strength from Montecito going on. Interesting. I'm tempted to pull a card. I'm going to pull a card on that strength card and just ask if the universe wants to tell us what precisely is going to happen. They're not in reverse, so it's not like a terrible, terrible thing, but it is quite dominant energy. It's very strong, it's very powerful, it's very, look at me, very show-offy. I've got two cards that have come out. Death, which is of course the Scorpio card, and the Fool card. Death and the Fool. Something ending, something not getting off to a good start for the Death, for him. It could be a so of course we've got the Death card, which is Charles. I've got so many thoughts in my head and I'm trying to separate them out so I can actually talk coherently. Scorpio, of course, the Death. It's a big change of status for him, ending of something, a new start, but the new start not going as smoothly as one would like, with the Fool in reverse. Fool's beginnings. We've got endings and beginnings here, literally an ending and a beginning. But a beginning that gets off to a bit of a wobbly start for some reason because of the energy that's coming from over there that overshadows it. The Fool here in this Knights Templar Tarot is this kind of older figure, a bit crazy in the desert, gone a bit mad, which makes me also wonder if there couldn't be some news also about a Fool, another Fool in the royal family, who something in his life is coming to a sudden ending that he didn't see coming, and that could overshadow. She's playing a game. I'm quite sure of it. She's playing some game. So whether it's actually attending and overshadowing or not attending and announcing something that overshadows it, but there's definitely a cloud over this at the moment. If you do energy work and you can clear clouds, start doing it. But yeah, we've got some stuff to get through in the next few months, as I'm sure you can all feel, you can all sense. That's the reading. I'll keep checking in this early days still, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.